Do your employees work on vacation? I understand that at a certain level, you want as much productivity out of people as possible. However, if retention is a concern, working on a vacation could be a major problem for your organization. Hi, I'm Ken Okel. I'm going to talk to you today about some strategies designed to perhaps limit people from working on vacation so that they will stay refreshed, happy in their jobs, and still productive. My name's Ken Okel. I'm a professional speaker. I talk to audiences about ways you can improve your performance on the job. I do this by giving inside knowledge from my time spent in broadcast news, hurricane relief, and professional ballet. Now, I know, whoa, it is an unusual combination, but in each and every field, I had to perform at a high level every day under pressure. Why should you care about this? Let's go over some numbers that may change your perspective when it comes to working on vacation. This information comes from a survey from the research group Qualtrics, and I'll be checking out the numbers to make sure I have them right. 49% of employed Americans say they work at least 1 hour a day while on vacation. 24% say they work 3 hours a day while on vacation. 31% say they are expected to respond to phone calls or text messages. 27% say they are expected to respond to emails. And 27% say they do not feel rejuvenated after their time off. Here's another statistic you need to be thinking about. 58% of those respondents, they say their job is the greatest problem when it comes to their mental health. People are not able to unplug as much as they should in today's world. I understand it's important to have people who are working hard, who are motivated, who have passion for their jobs, but are we shortchanging them when we set standards where they are expected to work while on vacation? Let me give you some strategies that I think can help perhaps shift your perception of this problem. First off, I want you to identify backups for all the people in your organization. Make sure there is someone else around who knows how to perform the major functions of a position. Often when someone is on vacation, they get all those calls, those emails, because a little situation has come up and no one knows what to do. If you can identify the backup, that person covers for the job while the other person is on vacation. This system can work extremely well, preserve the people's mental health who are on vacation, make sure the work gets done in a timely fashion. You're not having to call someone who's on a beach or in the mountains. Identify the backups. Perhaps every 6 months, the two people, they get together, they go over their positions, make sure nothing has changed, passwords are the same, the duties, the processes, they're all the same. If not, update everything. The idea is you want the backup to be ready to go. Hopefully, this never happens, but occasionally there are accidents or family emergencies that take people out of the workplace for an extended period of time. If you prepare for the vacations with backups, you'll be covered for any of those bad situations that could come up. So really think about using backups. Some people, they do have to be in contact with the office even when they're on vacation. Okay, I understand that. But can you limit the number of messages that they're receiving? Often what happens is people treat a vacation coworker as if they're right there in the office. You think of something, you send them a message, you give them a call. Is it possible that while the other person is away, you group together many of those little updates or questions, non-essential stuff, into a larger email, let's say? So instead of sending 10 little messages, hey, what about this? Or how do I do that? Instead, maybe a morning message, maybe an afternoon message where all those questions can go inside there. That way, the vacationing employee can get through the email a lot better. It's a lot easier to go through 2 messages from one person than it is to go through 20. Saves time, allows the person to focus a little bit more and give you the responses you need. Again, this works really well for those little questions. It's not urgent. It's not a terrible thing if a little bit of time goes by before you hear back from them. Don't make someone stop enjoying a day on the beach for a question that isn't time sensitive. As a leader, maybe you realize It's important for people to enjoy their vacations. If that's the case, you need to really set the tone in the organization. If you want to make sure people understand time off is time off. There may always be those people who say, oh, but that doesn't necessarily apply to our department, or employees may feel like, well, you may say this, but our department is kind of treated a little differently. Make sure you set the tone. What are the expectations? What are the processes to make sure that work gets done? It can be a major perk for people to understand when you work here, your time off is your own. We're not going to be bugging you. We're going to make sure things are done correctly. If that's the case, make sure it's a shared value, not just a concept that some people embrace and other people, well, they're going to be calling you on vacation. You love that feeling when you have a vacation and you realize you were kind of tense, you've had a chance to relax for a while. You walk into the job, you're refreshed. And then you see your calendar and it is now packed with all these meetings or other little things you have to do. You're having to play catch up for the time you're away. It's a busy reentry, as I call it. And often that burns you out really fast. And you almost wonder, did I just take a vacation? Because that relaxed feeling is gone almost instantly. What I suggest, plan a smooth reentry. Maybe block off some time when you return, perhaps in the morning, where you're just able to work on your own and catch up on things. This protects your calendar from being monopolized by a lot of meetings. Obviously, whenever you're gone, you come back, there's going to be a lot of little things you got to follow up on or catch up on. Make sure that other people who are excited to see that you're back aren't scheduling you a little too much. Block off that time, protect it, give yourself a little bit of a buffer where you can catch up on things, be ready to go. It just makes life that much easier. At a time when people are talking about leaving their jobs, retention is a concern, others are doing things like quiet quitting, you want to make sure that your employees, especially your really talented ones, are sticking around and they're performing at a high level. I think it is good to have a work life and an out of work life. Vacations play a huge role in that. Don't underestimate the importance of allowing people to enjoy their vacations and unplug a little bit from work. For more about me, go to my website, which is kenokel.com. While there, you can see some of my speaking presentations. You can read my articles and listen to my podcast, The 2-Minute Takeaway. I'm Ken Okel. Take care.